it's another exciting edition of That Show. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, you do.
Yes, That Show that comes to you live from the studios of TVC Communications every weekday morning.
Every single day.
Yeah.
It's Wake Up Nigeria, and as always, it's amazing to be here. You should know that right now, you could stick around with us for the next 2 hours.
2 hours to be part of the show is also easy. Wherever you go, we're going to be streaming live on tvcontinental.tv. That's our website. And on Facebook, look us up at TVC Connect. Connect with us. Use your comments to finish us if you want. Put our hashtag there, though. If not, we won't see it. Our hashtag.
Think you're back on the radio, Abby.
Well, allow me to flow.
Okay,
now.
yeah, just go ahead.
You broke my flow. You're me. Oh, why? Okay, my name is Titilayo Oyison.
And I'm Yomi Okwe. Well, you know how we do every single morning. There's always some activity going on in the kitchen. And Mary is pretending like she's busy right now.
Forming activity.
I am not pretending.
I'm a busy
I am
one.
busy. We're trying to set this place up for breakfast.
Yeah.
Good
Chef
morning,
Juice is
everybody.
back. Hey, Chef
I've got
Juice.
Chef Juice here.
Yeah.
She's back with her contraption, the sewing machine.
It's not a sewing machine. Look at
That
this.
red mixer, if you know how much it costs, and your wife asks you to buy it, then you understand it's not a sewing
Oh,
machine.
it's
$1,000. Yeah. It's a $1,000 mixer.
Man. And
All
it's
right,
going to be
so-
mixing something good for us today.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
special is going to be happening. I'm seeing a pineapple. I'm not sure what that is
You
about.
keep your fingers crossed. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay, so as popular as the saying goes, a book is a passport to every single country on God's earth. Now, we'll have books on Wake Up Nigeria, and we're going to be having a chat with Evans Ufeli on his book, The Gathering of the Tribe.
Janet Adetu will be back today. She'll be giving us some very important tips on how to properly wear a bow tie. I think Yomi has been showing us some of those skills of recent.
Yeah, once or twice. Now, did you know that every year, Dufil Prima Foods PLC, makers of Indomie Noodles brand, is dedicated to recognizing the recognition of children who have at some point demonstrated an extraordinary act of bravery. Timileyin Daomi and Temitope Asiwaju will be here to talk to us more about this commendable phenomenon and the yearly Indomie Independence Day Awards.
Yes, indeed. Every year they do that. Amazing stuff. Now, the weekend is almost here, and K Solo will be joining us for a performance of his track, Wish Me. Now, it's going to be getting us in that groovy mood, and then we'll be having a chat.
You wish me good, oh, my celebrator.
From there, Mike is going to be having a tech discussion with John Obidi. They will be spotlighting the 5 productive apps of 2018. Now, you don't want to miss that, especially if you're a business person.
Yes, indeed. And finally, Nollywood's Yomi Gold will be joining us for a chat as well.
Báwo ni mi ò ṣe wá ní jìyà ìfẹ́? Nítorí pé èmi ti ṣetán láti fi ẹ́ ṣe olólùfẹ́ mi.
Okay.
It's a packed Thursday.
Wait, so you just wanted to make some noise.
Yes,
You did that
actually,
too.
there's nothing.
We've noticed you, Mike.
Okay, someone mentioned that it's already August and, very soon the Ember month and the year 2018 is already like
It's
closing
drawing to
stages.
close.
Like,
It's moved pretty fast
Okay.
Yeah.
for many reasons. And the fact that now Nigeria is
What?
teetering on the brink.
Of what?
Politics. And,
Someone
me.
said something,
just saying.
I'm just saying, around the world, I'm just thinking, why do I now sound like Titi? Okay, so I was just actually thinking now, not like I wanted to say something and I'm thinking what I want to say.
I'm thinking there might be a story there. Okay, sorry.
No, like, can a
Because
Democrat,
I'm waiting
can
for
a
him.
Democrat just
So this
stand
is
up?
how, oh my God.
Can a Democrat just stand up and say, look, I've considered and I've thought about it and my party is not giving me what I need to do, I'm going to be a Republican. Because of the ideals. Do we have ideals as a nation, as a people? If you come together, those ideals should run deep.
It should be a culture. Yeah.
See, look, if I start to talk now,
should be a
Actually,
culture.
Mike, I
There are
used to
people that
feel
are
this
born
way.
Republican.
I used to feel this way
Born
up
Democratic.
until Sunday. So I was watching a political show.
Okay.
And somebody said, and I'm still thinking about it, but what he said was an elder statesman. And he said that he doesn't think, because we're asking him about the defections, APC, PDP, that, you know, what's this? This is crazy. So he said that because the aspirations of most Nigerians is light, water, good roads, that right now we haven't developed up until the point where we can have ideological parties. That's what he
Wow.
said. That most aspirations is very simple.
Basic.
And very basic. And so that most parties offer that.
Yeah.
That if a party can offer that, then it's fine. You don't need,
Now,
you haven't
okay,
reached,
there's a
you
problem
haven't
with all
developed to
of
an
these things.
ideological
There's a
level.
problem with all of these
Yeah.
things. So you see, you see a politician or a representative doing things this way. And because people are against it, despite the fact that that stuff is very beneficial to them, because they probably don't understand the policy properly, or they're looking at it as, oh, this is long term. We want something that will take care of us now. You now come and tell me that you're going to get rid of that stuff. And I know it is beneficial. And you expect me to take you and at least support you. It's a problem. You cannot tell me you want to build 17 million units when I know you haven't talked about afforestation. So you're going to cut trees to build 17 million houses and you have not told me how you're going to fix the trees back. There's some things that are impractical.
Okay, so, you know, if we go too deep into this issue, it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
But we need to take this to social media. Please tweet to us and tell us what you think.
News.
With
Let's
the
just go
hashtag
to
Wake
the
Up Nigeria.
news.
IK
Please.
is on standby for the news.
All right, Yomi, thank you very much indeed. Well, the federal government is still looking at ways to combat corruption and how the Executive Council has approved action plan meant to combat funding, terrorism and money laundering. Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, disclosed this while briefing State House correspondents after this week's council meeting. Council also approved an agreement between Nigeria and Macau considering the mutual exchange of prisoners. It also approved the award of a contract for the full reconstruction of Tinker Island Owodoshoki Tollgate Road, which will be done using public-private partnership model. Nigeria Air Force has warned that bandits operating in the forest in Zamfara State will not be treated with kid gloves anymore. This remark comes as a special operation to restore law and order begins following attacks on several communities. The Nigerian Air Force has assembled troops, aircraft and support equipment in Katsina. This is part of the 1,000-strong force proposed by President Muhammadu Buhari to flush out bandits lurking in the forest in neighboring Zamfara State. By this action, the Umaru Musa Yar'Adua International Airport becomes the base for the special air operation. And now to legal matters, the Court of Appeal in Abuja has set aside the judgment of the Federal High Court in Abuja and pronounced on April the 25th, 2018, which voided the election sequence provision of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2018. Now, the controversial provision in the said bill sought to alter the sequence in which the presidential, governorship, the federal and state legislative houses elections will be conducted. The National Assembly had later expunged the provision from the bill following the judgment of the Federal High Court. But the National Assembly filed an appeal against the Federal High Court's judgment, insisting that despite removing the controversial provision from the bill, it had the power to alter the sequence of the elections. And Secretary of State Governor Aminu Tambuwal has joined the defection train to the People's Democratic Party. This is after the governor held an indoor meeting with stakeholders which led to the perfection of his final arrangements to leave the APC. Tambuwal made the announcement amid hundreds of supporters who stormed the government house to declare their support for him. The announcement comes after weeks of speculation that the governor was planning to leave the ruling party. Tambuwal, a former Speaker of the House of Representatives, is the third APC governor to exit the party after Benue and Kwara state counterparts Otom and Abdul Fattah Ahmed joined the People's Democratic Party. In other stories, 23 out of the 24 members of the Kwara State House of Assembly have also defected from the All Progressives Congress to the People's Democratic Party a day after Senate President Bukola Saraki and Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed announced their defection to the PDP. Only the member representing Ojomu Balogun State Constituency Offa refused to defect. The defection was expected after both Senate President Bukola Saraki and Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed announced their defection to the PDP. The 23 of the 24 members appended their signatures to the defection register, pledging their allegiance to the People's Democratic Party. The Speaker of the Kwara State House of Assembly, Ali Ahmad, who led the defectors, accused the APC federal government of throwing the rule of law to the dogs. Well, that's the news update at the moment. Let's bring you a weather update to help you plan the rest of your day thereafter. Yomi, Titi, and the rest of the crew will be with you again.
Hello and welcome to Sports News on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mike Messikeno. Now, the Federal High Court in Jos has again adjourned the case between Amaju Pinnick and Chris Giwa for the leadership of the Nigerian Football Federation. The case was scheduled for hearing on July 23rd, but was postponed until yesterday, August 1st, because the presiding judge was absent at the time. The matter has again been adjourned till September 25 after Pinnick's lawyer, Festus Keyamo, filed a motion with a letter from FIFA indicating that Nigeria could be banned if Chris Giwa is put in office as NFF president. The presiding judge, Justice Musa Akuya, has told Pinnick's lawyer to serve Giwa's representatives a motion of notice.
It's time now for the newspaper headlines, starting with the Daily Sun. As Senate leader, others meet. Saraki must resign, Oshomole blows hot. PDP reps caucus alleges plan to impeach Saraki. Nigeria progressively divided, says Tambuwal, joins PDP with 23 Sokoto Kwara lawmakers and APC spokesman, a couple of other riders there. Appeal Court OK's elections reordering. Says National Assembly has power to change polls sequence. Restructuring better than diversification, says Soludo. And finally, Buhari billed for London on 10-day vacation. All on the cover of the Daily Sun.
On the cover of the Vanguard newspaper, we have Saraki's defection. Good riddance, according to the presidency. Says Saraki, as Senate president, behaved more like an opposition leader. Saraki should resign as Senate president, says Oshomole. It also says here, Tambuwal defects from APC, says it's a haven for the corrupt. Leaves with 18 of 30 Sokoto State House of Assembly members. On the Oshodi Apapa traffic gridlock, the case for the revival of other ports, part 2, continues in this paper. Why Eastern Delta ports are idle. On Naira Watch, it says the Naira depreciates to 362.33 to the dollar in the INE window. Then finally, Buhari begins 10-day holiday in London tomorrow. Hands over to Osinbajo. That's what we have on the cover of the Vanguard.
All right, the nation is up next. APC to Saraki, resign now. Senators seek return to consider INEC budget. Ekwere Madu falls ill during EFCC grilling. Buhari for 10-day holiday in London. Tambuwal, 18 Sokoto lawmakers join PDP. Work begins on Lagos Rail Standard Gauge. And finally, CBN sets 5-year timeline on check storage, all on the cover of The Nation.
The cover of The Punch never disappoints. It says here, Saraki must resign as Senate president, says Oshomole. Tambuwal joins PDP, knocks Buhari and APC. Ndume Adamu Omagege plotting Saraki's removal, say the PDP reps. Then Governor Aminu Tambuwal says, what's next? And there's an analysis there. Olubadan may relieve high chiefs of their posts. More about that on page 13. Ondo youths block Lagos-Benin Expressway to protest blackout. More about that on pages 4 and 5. And finally, court orders INEC chair's arrest for contempt. That's what we have on the cover of The Punch.
Up next is the Nigerian Tribune. Election sequence. Appeal court nullifies judgment stopping National Assembly. Saraki Lord's verdict. Buhari meets 12 APC senators. Oshomole asks Saraki to resign as Senate president. PDP reps caucus to keep vigil at National Assembly over plot to remove Saraki Dolgara. Tambuwal dumps APC, returns to PDP, and we can see a photograph of the governor there waving at his supporters. Says APC saddle Nigeria with bad governance. 18 of 30 assemblymen follow him to PDP. And APC spokesman Bolaji Abdullahi and 23 lawmakers join PDP. ADC, Ladoja, Koleosho, and Oyo lawmakers meet Obasanjo. A couple of other stories there on the cover of the Nigerian Tribune.
Oh, wow. So quite a lot of packed papers today, but it's about time for us to head over to the garden. The fitness instructor is right there on standby to take us through a routine.
We are standby. So, okay, you know how the stuff and they go, it goes so fine and hard. You know how it goes, yeah. That's what I'm Okay. Okay, you know how we do every Thursday morning on your #1 breakfast show. It's aerobics time on your #1 breakfast show. Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Ben Fit, and we're going to be thrilling you with some aerobics move. I'm not going to be doing this alone. I have my wonderful teams here now. Okay, let's warm up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick it up. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, keep going. Yeah, that's good. Keep moving. You don't have to stop. That's good. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and relax it. All right, the next one, you go over your head. Are you guys good to go? Okay, moving side to side. Ready, 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 ready. Go, 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 go. Awesome. Go, 2. Come on. Keep moving. Yeah. Whoa. How you doing? I'm sure you're following this. Come on. Don't just sit down and watch, but work out with us. Come on, keep moving. Don't forget, your body and your life is a gift. You should not take it for granted. Are you guys good to go? We are doing jumping jacks now. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, go, go, go. Come on. Awesome. Good. Yeah. Let's go. Keep moving. Yeah. Don't forget to breathe in and out with your mouth. It's very, very, very important in any form of exercise. Go, 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 go. That's it. That's it. Take it down. Your next exercise. Squat, lounge, double, squat. Lounge, lounge, double, squat. Are you good to go? Whoa. Ready, go, go, go. Awesome. That's it. Go. Oh, yeah. Come on. Go. That's it. Keep moving. Ah. Whoa. Don't stop. Challenge yourself. Woo. Your hand can be this way. Yeah. And relax it. That's it. Oh, that's for upper body. Let's go to upper body now. Are you guys good to go? Push up all the way down. Yeah, good. Ready? Ready? 5 and go. Up. Good job. Yeah. You can do the basics. Good. Yeah. That's it. Good. Come on. Take your time. Whoa. Yeah. Good. That's it.
3,
Yes.
2,
And
1.
take it up.
Rest.
That's good.
Cycle
Good job.
5 complete.
The next exercise, you up forward and you give me some high knees back. Are you guys good? Good job, guy.
Prepare
Yeah.
and
Let's go.
work.
Whoa. Go. Whoa. Go. Whoa. Come on. Ah. Let's go. Yeah. I know it's kind of intense,
3,
but you just have to endure. That's good.
Rest.
That's it.
Cycle
Rest it.
6 complete.
Yeah. Are you ready for the next one? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, relax.
Prepare and work.
High knees, go! Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's it. Keep moving. Go. Yeah. Ha. That's it. Come on. Don't stop. Get challenged. Come on. Challenge yourself. Push it. Ha. I keep telling you, your body
2,
and your life
1.
is a gift.
Rest.
Don't
Cycle
take
7
it
complete.
for granted. Are you ready to start from the top? Just over your head, over your head. Control your breath.
Prepare and
Go,
work.
go, squat, go, 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 go. That's it. Push it.
3,
Keep moving.
2,
That's good.
1.
Yeah.
Rest.
The last one
Tabata
we're going
1
to do,
complete.
we go on this
Recover
side
for 1 minute.
and the other side. That's good. Chill it out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Yeah. Just move your body. Move your body. It's always very, very important to rest when you are working out. Don't just push yourself. Your recovery period is as important as the workout you're doing. All right. Okay. Are you good to go? Let's just run this up this way. Yeah. 5, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and change. Ready? 5, go, go, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax it. Don't forget, your cool down is as important as the exercise you're doing. Lock your fingers. All right. And you know how we do it. We're going to take this back to the studio, to the kitchen.
Ready for Tabata 2.
Yeah. Inhale.
All right, you're welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. It does look like I'll be needing some fitness routine by the time I'm done with whatever Chef Jules has for us today. Me already said it. When you see Chef Juliet of Cake Flair, something will most likely be baking in the oven very soon. So it's just a matter of finding out what she will be baking this morning. Hopefully not.
Why did you say Jim? This is like kind of a healthy option, really. Today we have the classic pineapple upside down cake.
Okay.
Normally you have that with some cherries in between, but we're doing this without the cherries.
All right.
So right now, I'm trying to mix the buttermilk. I'm using buttermilk. I always like to use buttermilk for all my baking because it gives a very supple, tender
Just
texture.
a minute. If you check your screen right now, you would see today's menu, especially the ingredients. Pineapple upside down cake. You have the ingredients on your screen now. You can scribble them down as quickly as possible so we can get on with this.
Okay, first up, I need to melt my butter in my pan.
Okay.
Just slightly.
Oh, you wouldn't need the oven to do the melting?
No, not really.
Okay.
So I'm not really lining the pan. I want to glaze it.
Okay.
So we do this with the heats. It's almost like cooking, baking.
So you're going to continue with that. Well, before...
So that's done.
That's done.
Yeah.
Let's let everybody know what the ingredients are.
Okay, this is our flour.
How
we have the
much
flour.
flour is there?
Ha, Mary, that's a lot of mathematics. Like 1.5 cup of flour,
Okay.
2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This is like 1/2 cup of sugar.
All right. 2 eggs.
Then we have 2 eggs. You can use 1 egg, but I want it really yummy. So the eggs will add flavor to it as well. So we have our milk mixed. I don't need the water. I just use that to mix the milk.
Okay.
I'll add 1 tablespoon of vinegar.
Okay.
That makes it the buttermilk.
Okay.
Leave that for like 10 minutes. See a chemical reaction going on there.
Immediately.
Yes.
So
you can use lime juice as well if you don't want to use vinegar.
Okay. So if you have vinegar, just like cover full.
One tablespoon of vinegar to 1 cup of milk.
Okay, and this is about a cup anyway.
Yes.
So let's say 1 tablespoon.
Yeah.
That
So you
didn't look
see?
like more than a tablespoon though.
This is like melted quite well. So now I'm going to drizzle this with some brown sugar.
Oh, so that's why you're saying healthy. Sugar is sugar. But honestly,
No, like I
brown
said,
sugar is a healthier option.
Yes, it goes just through just the second stage of refinement. And so you sprinkle this.
Okay.
It will kind of glaze up very well, and it has a nice
Wow,
look.
I can almost tell what the eventual results will be.
So add, this is like a quarter, 1/3 cup of brown sugar.
Are you going to use all of this?
Yes.
Wow. So after this, what's going to happen?
We're going to now line the pan with the pineapple.
With the pineapple raw
Yes.
as it is?
When you say raw, what do you mean? You don't cook pineapples. Fresh pineapples. So you cut this into rings. Normally, if you buy the ones that are already in cans, they are already cored. The core is this center.
Okay.
I'm not
So
taking
you're
out,
gonna be taking that out?
no.
Okay.
Because normally when I take out the core, you put the neon red colored cherries.
Okay. But since you're not putting
Maraschino,
any
I'm not putting that.
cherries.
So
you're lining it this
thin,
way?
yes. So I'm going to cut them out thinly.
Okay. Fantastic. I'm going to let her continue with the cutting and all because we've got a book chat and Evans Ufeli is up. But that'll be right after this break. Stay with us. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Welcome back. Now, akin to the Nigerian political sphere, The Gathering of the Tribe, that's this book in my hand, captures the story of a group of progressive patriots who are on a mission to bring political reforms to their town. Evans Ufeli is an attorney at law who studied at the University of Jos, and of course the Lagos State University, a couple of other universities like that. But he is a writer, and he has written this timely book, especially because of our political system today, and he's joining us this morning to talk about it. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, sir.
Thank you. Good morning.
So this is a great book, and first thing I wanted to ask you when I was going through it is, are you an activist?
Well, I am. I'm a lawyer, so I do more of that, try to tell people about how society should be, and then draw people's attention to the ideals of the law and how it relates to society, then using literature also as a floodgate to educate Nigerians and also to impact society.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I know that you I mean, as a regular contributor on some of our shows here on TVC, we've seen your passion for the things that are Nigerian and for policy and things like that. But looking through this book, I mean, I saw the life of Ike Ibe, who is the gentleman that came back from abroad, trying to bring some of those ideas to institute in this little village of Anete, but it looked like there was this challenge.
Yes.
The people looked like there was a challenge. Why is this always a case in African societies?
Yeah, African society, if you look at it critically, you find out that there are 3 sets of persons in societies in Africa. There are those who are dissatisfied with the system, okay, and they don't know how to change the system. There are also those who are not very much pleased with the system, and they know exactly what to do about it, how to fight the system and change the order. But the third set of persons are those who are in society that believe in the system.
And they like the status quo.
Yes, and they will do everything to make sure the system remains. So, but Ike Ibe, having gone out and is back to his village, wanted to bring those innovations, okay, so that the old order can give way for the new order in terms of political and socio-economic activities and engagement. But it became a very serious issue because the old establishment, came with so much vigor and resistance.
And that happens a lot, when you look at larger society, because the town of Anete is like a microcosm of what happens.
Yes, Anieze.
Yeah, Anieze. Sorry.
Yes.
Is like a microcosm of what happens in larger society, which you find in Nigeria.
Yes.
But why is this a problem? Because it's almost like, when you look at it, people are bringing development and they're saying, we want you to develop, we want you to be better, we want the roads to be good. But it just seems like people who are, within the system don't want the system to change?
Yes, you see, the Gathering of the Tribes is an allegory. It's an allegorical discussion of actually the Aniesic, which is a type of Nigeria, metaphorically speaking. And you see, because those who hold on to power, they want to keep it. Okay, power is not something that is relinquished just because you have an idealistic perception or just because you have an idea of what the system should be. Then power should be relinquished to you. It is not always easy because there is an establishment, there is a stronghold already. Okay, now the new idea will have to penetrate the old idea. Okay, and that is what is established. In every setting, you will not easily find a giveaway of power. And because there are certain persons who have beclouded the system and who want the system to remain the same way. But once you have this, in the Nigerian case, for example, the old, okay, in society have led the country for a very long time. Yeah. And we have seen, with the passage of time, I've seen that they have not really done well. Nigeria is not the way it should be. I mean, Nigeria is being compared with little, small African countries all over the place today. We call the poverty capital of the world. And that is not what it should be. So the book is an allegory, is a discussion that chronicles our history. And most importantly, it's a book that you will find a neighbor. You always find someone you know in the book because it's so relatable.
It's relatable, and you would connect with several characters. Yeah. I like, his the progressives, as it were. That's Ike and his group. It's almost like sometimes when you look at it, especially when you take a step back and you look at the larger society, sometimes when you do say, okay, I'm progressive, and you eventually get into power, it seems like the same system or the systemic problems also try to drag you down, even if you eventually get there and you become a leader. Do you believe
Yeah, most times it happens. Even people who want to change the status quo, they end up being the problem, bigger than the problem they set out to change. Yes. If you look at Animal Farm, that is exactly what happened in George Orwell's Animal Farm.
Exactly, after the revolution.
After the revolution, they could not sustain power. They had to even wipe out the entire constitution. And then to say that all men are equal, but some are more equal than others.
Exactly, yeah.
But in this book, George Orwell lived in a balanced society where the old and the young have been tested and both failed.
Exactly.
So he was able to write from a balanced society. I'm not in George Orwell society. In the Nigerian case, the old have been tested, they failed. The new have not been given the opportunity. I mean, the young. So I had to suggest a solution in the story because it's not just, I'm addressing Nigeria through literature. Okay, so that we could draw from the streams of literature and then begin to better our society. And the book is also pushing forward for the fact that our cultural heritage, the culture of Etwa, I'm from Etwa in Delta State, so I set the book in Etwa.
Okay.
Yeah, in Delta State, okay? So because every politics is local. Okay?
Of course.
Yes, and the book is not really so much all true about politics in wholesomely because it addresses our culture, it addresses our communities, our neighbor, our lifestyle, the way we reason, the way we perfect things and all that. And it is the cap of that that is the true representation of the Nigerian society and that of Africa. But when you now look into the characters, you will now find that these characters are representation of persons. We already have understanding of, we already know. And why the interplay? You see, when I got to chapter 4 of the book, the characters hijacked the book from me.
Yeah.
Yes, because as someone...
You then began to see that, they could tell their own story.
Yeah, because from the cosmic orchestration, from where I was inspired from, because man is practically a product of technology. Man is practically a product of material technology. And then the cosmic reality determines the level of imaginative possibility. Yeah. So that is why, if you look at it, it's not just zeroed on the political stream only.
There are many different
but there are a lot of strings that is drawn to the book. And when you read it, you find that the story progresses and sets you on a journey. And in that journey, you uncover so many things about the Nigerian society, so many things about your immediate environment and the
Thank you so
beyond.
much. Thank you so much, Ivan Zufeli, for this book, The Gathering of the Tribes. It's for all young people to pick up a copy and read it, and talks about our society and the politics.
Yes.
All right, we're going to be heading over to Janet Adetu for some lessons on bow tie etiquette. Hey, Janet.
Good morning, viewers. Just as I promised, today is all about bow tie etiquette. It's about your bow tie. Anytime you see an invite that says black tie event, it really does mean that you have to wear a bow tie. Now, I always love men when they wear their bow ties. I think it gives that look of sophistication, confidence, polish, and class. It gives that sharp look. Now, when do you really wear your bow tie? Now, bow ties are accepted almost anywhere. But we know bow ties mainly at weddings, when grooms and groomsmen wear that bow tie to give them that sharp look. But even today, you can wear it for formal events, just as you see our mannequin wearing it with a tuxedo for that dinner dance, that gala night, that special event. Or you can even wear your bow tie for that professional look. Once you have that professional look, you can wear it because it's generally accepted in the business environment today. Or you may wear your bow tie as your signature look. Just as you've seen our model here today, this could be your signature look. It is generally highly accepted. Now, how do you choose a bow tie? Let me just let you into one secret. There are 3 types of bow ties. Your bow tie could be that butterfly look. This is the normal bow tie that you see. It is what we call butterfly winged bow tie. Or you might just get that bow tie that is very large butterfly winged, and it's just like this, larger in size, still butterfly winged, but it gives that extra oomph. Or you might buy that bow tie that we call the bat wing bow tie. Generally very straight in size, but you're going to choose a bow tie that actually fits your neck and your frame and your body size. When it comes to bow ties as well, I have to say, you need to choose that bow tie that is already tied. Buy the one that is already tied. Back in the days, you buy the bow tie where you have to tie it yourself. Nowadays, they've made life so easy. You buy the one that is so ready-made, and all you need to do is put it on your neck and adjust to size. When it comes to fabric, bow ties come in silk, velvet, even cotton. The choice is actually yours. When it comes to color as well, we all know the famous black tie. And nowadays, you can get red, but even at that, you can get different colors, like we see blue here, even down to this sharp polka dot bow tie. And nowadays, too, you can even get the striped bow ties as well. Again, it has to do with what you're wearing that day and the jacket, the trousers, and the style that you want to, bring out that day. Even at that, too, once you've chosen the style, you've chosen the color, it could be plain, it could be patterned. But how do you wear your bow tie? Generally speaking, you should wear your bow tie with what we call a wing-colored shirt. And it brings out that bow tie very sharply. But if it is your everyday signature, you can still wear it just as our model has worn it on a normal shirt collar, but then make sure that that bow tie sits very well on your neck. You don't want it shaking. Sometimes you need to be observant. Make sure it sits tight on your neck so it doesn't move from one side to the other. Even at that, make sure you choose the bow tie that gives you that great color combination. As you see here, this tuxedo has elements of wine in the lapel, and therefore we've chosen a wine bow tie to go with it, and we've added that pocket square just to match. Even at that too, our model here has black jacket on. He has trousers that are gray with tints of gold. So we've given him a dark gray bow tie and a tint of gold pocket square to go with it. As we're choosing our bow ties as well, to give that extra oomph, you might want to wear what we call a waistband, and it's usually for special occasions. They come in various colors. Usually buy the waistcoat that is going to match the color of your tie, and so that it gives you that extra oomph. I really feel that bow ties are great for men. I think it's something that you should all have in your wardrobe, at least one, for that special occasion. So when you see a bow tie invite or a black tie invite, you're not running helter-skelter. I really think it's a great gift to give any man when it comes to bow tie etiquette. With bow ties, you really have that sharp, elegant look, and that's, I think, is great for men. On that note, I have to say that's all I have time for you today. Think etiquette, think Janet. Bye for now. Till next time.
All right.
right, welcome back. Now, every year, Dufil Prima Foods PLC, who are the makers of Indomie Noodles brand, is dedicated to the recognition of children who have, against all odds, exhibited extraordinary acts of bravery and determination in the face of danger and societal challenges. So far, 37 children have benefited from this scholarship, with more expected to emerge in this year's edition of the award. Now, preparation for this year's award, which is holding in October, will be taking place already on. And we have past winners who have shared their experiences and will still be sharing their experiences over the next few weeks. And joining us on the show this program this morning is Dufil Foods Public Relations and Events Manager, Mr. Tokpe Asiwaju, and one of the past winners, Timileyin Daomi, who won the awards 2 years ago. Now, of course, they're going to shed some more light on these awards. Now, Indomie, thank you so much, you guys, for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Mr. Asiwaju and Timileyin.
Yes,
how are you doing this morning?
Fine, sir.
Now, of course, Indomie has the largest noodles factory in Nigeria.
Right.
And, of course, it produces noodles and generating direct and indirect employment for thousands of people. Talk to us about this Dufil Foods and the work and the awards that they're doing.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, let me just say a very big thank you to TVC for inviting us here, and of course to shed more light on what we have been doing in the past. Of course, we are all aware that Dufil Prima Foods PLC, makers of Nigeria's #1 instant noodles, Indomie, we've been in existence for over 2 decades in this country. And of course, the whole idea of doing this, it's one of the biggest corporate social responsibility programs that we do every year. We saw this gap, and we felt that Nigerians really do not have any platform in which children in this particular age are celebrated. You probably find most awards that have been given in the past have been given to adults who ordinarily will expect some level of win back when things are being done. Yeah. Unlike this particular target of children who ordinarily will just do this out of their own volition without expecting that any form of award or any form of recognition will come their way. So we felt it was time for us to actually celebrate them, first and foremost to identify them, and of course celebrate them, so that the generation coming behind will see that those things are worth emulating. So in that space, we decided to play a very big role, and that is what we have done in the last 10 years. This year, we're making the 11th year that we're celebrating these children, and we just hope that, to just continue to get bigger and better.
Yeah, excellent. Now, give us a sense of what the awards look like and the criteria and how people can enter and all of that. Just give us a sense of that.
Okay, usually what happens is that, we search with the, there's a search exercise whereby people, just like we have done in the past, people are expected to send in their stories. There's a platform, we have a website for that, which is www.heroesofnigeria.com. Of course, we are expected that once you have, the categories are broken down into 3. There's the physical bravery act, the social bravery act, and of course the intellectual bravery act. And in the past, we started with the physical bravery only. And let me, for instance, you had maybe a Khalil Bala who rescued the younger sister in their own house that was burning. And of course, you had Dimba Chia, one of those boys who got on site. The DC-130 plane crash, if you remember those days, where the army generals were traveling and the plane crashed. He was one of those who got on site and ran several kilometers to rescue, in which 5 of those generals were actually rescued. Those were actually physical attributes that were done.
Physical act of bravery.
Now, yes, physical act of bravery. After a while, we got to realize that, okay, there were so many other children who were doing things worth emulating, who were doing wonderfully well, but, do not fall into this category. So the issue of social bravery came in, and of course the issue of intellectual bravery came in. So these 3 major categories are what we expect people who have stories or children who have done wonderfully well in these categories to submit their entries to heroesofnigeria.com website. or maybe go to dufil.com, www.dufil.com as well.
So dufil.com and heroesofnigeria.com.
Yes, those are
I think we've got a video of young Timileyin sitting with us here, and if that video is ready, we can just take it now and come back for more.
My greatest aspiration in life is to be one of the greatest engineers to make Nigerian technology advance. My name is Baba Timileyin Daomi. I'm from Doba Group of Schools and I'm 15 years old. I'm from the family of 5. I have 2 siblings. My dad is a barrister. My mom is a full housewife.
Baba Timileyin Daomi is an SS2 student of Doba Schools, Maya in Ikorodu, Lagos State. He lives with his parents in Ikorodu. Timileyin is naturally endowed in terms of creativity. Having discovered his avid passion for creativity from a tender age, the young prodigy stops at nothing in trying out any idea that crops up into his juvenile mind.
Baba Timileyin Daomi has been, wonderful. Right from birth, when he was a bit younger, I have started developing, sensing some talents in him. By way, sometimes when he was small, I used to buy him toys, and he would try to, instead of him to use it, he would try to lose it and see what actually make those things work.
To date, he has made many fascinating electronic gadgets, among which are vacuum cleaners, a digital microscope, spiraling lights, power banks, a USB fan, and recently a functional radio station.
This is a collapsible bridge which can open and close. If it has opened, it is for the ship to pass on the water. Under it, as you can see, there is the water, the grass, and the main road on the water.
About 11 to 12 months ago, when we had an activity, we normally call it Invention and Creativity Day. Somebody just said, "Daddy, come and see what Timileyin has done." And before I know what is happening, I discovered that he invented a power bike. I said, "Oh yeah, come here, come and show me." So I just said, "This thing, you, Timileyin?" He said, "Yes." "How do you come about it?" He just said he just got with what do you call a straw and with battery, and he can remote control it. Say, "Wow, this is great."
Timileyin's creativity can better be appreciated by viewing his numerous works.
Amazing, amazing. We have Timileyin Daomi sitting here talking to us about, you won this award 2016, right?
Yes, sir.
How old were you when you won this award?
I was 15 years old by then.
Wow. So tell us what you did when this award came to you. What was it? What was the heroic act that you performed?
What I created is a specific invention. I created an illusion. A light illusion
oh, right. Okay.
that deceives someone when it's on the wall. That it looks like it's going miles inside the wall, but it's just a glass. And it was created, I just put some lights in it and it was illusion. So, and this is a digital microscope. It's an hydrogen separator.
This is one of your inventions.
Yes,
here.
Sir.
This is the digital microscope.
Digital microscope. This is the hydrogen separator, which I've been talking about, that can be used to power a generator and a gas, but it's highly flammable. I won't be able to just do it.
Okay, right. So this is a hydrogen separator.
And this is a vacuum cleaner that cleans the floor.
This is the vacuum cleaner that you
Yes,
that you developed. Okay.
And so many other things. The very first thing I created that I took to the school was a power bike that I used just a lollipop stick and the cover of Pepsi and all those things. So from there, and I started coming up with other inventions like spinning lights, December, decorative stuff. And I started creating all those things. I just like to observe my society a lot. So, and I like to solve people's problems.
Wow. I think you're absolutely amazing. We're going to talk about how you felt when you won the award, but I also want to talk to Mr. Asiwaju about the motive behind developing this award. Why did you decide that this was important?
Well, we felt that it was important because, I mean, at some point in time, we felt that the only thing that people were talking about the youth or the upcoming people in the society were probably negative things. But we felt that, I mean, we also knew that there were a lot of things that were positive about them. And we felt that if we don't begin to highlight and showcase those things, I mean, people are generally not aware of what's happening. I mean, see, for instance, what he's been doing. Some other peers of his will probably be on the street chasing drugs or maybe doing things ill to the society. But we felt that, okay, yes, it was time for other kids of his generation to actually look at what he has done and take a cue from it and say, yes, I can actually stand out from my peers. And we said, as a brand, we'll play a very active role in that. Of course, by the time Nigerians see a lot what these kids are doing, then you know that there's a better and there's a brighter future for us.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Asiwaju.
You're welcome.
And of course, Timileyin for joining us this morning. Well done, well done. All right, we have to go on a break now. It's the top of the hour, and we'll be back for more on Wake Up Nigeria.
Hello again. Now, they do say all good things come in twos. Or is that they say they come twice? I don't know. That's why we're back for the second hour of the show.
Yeah, we have another hour of the show, which means that we'll be bringing you the best of everything breakfasty.
Yes.
Information.
Education.
Entertainment. Entertainment and food.
Yes, indeed.
More stuff in the kitchen. Lots of things happening on the show over the next hour.
Okay, so Chef Jules has that on lockdown for sure. But one thing I can say is that no matter what it is you thought was going to be happening, it's going to be even better. Another hour is not even enough time for us. We have a musical performance coming your way very, very soon from K Solo.
Yeah.
And he'll be taking his track, Wish Me.
If you wish me bad, oh, my baby. You wish me good, oh, my celebrate, oh. You wish me bad, oh, you wish me good, oh, my celebrate,
Yeah, sounds nice. Mike will be taking a tech discussion with John Obidi, spotlighting the five productivity apps of 2018.
Very important for us to know that. Very, very important. But then, right now, we need to head straight over to the news.
Ike is on standby for us.
All right, thank you. Now, here is the news update. The Federal Executive Council has approved an action plan meant to combat the funding of terrorism and address money laundering issues as well. Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, disclosed this while briefing State House correspondents after this week's council meeting. Council also approved an agreement between Nigeria and Macau considering the mutual exchange of prisoners. It also approved the award of a contract for the full reconstruction of Tinkan Island over the Shuki Toll Gate Road, which will be done using public-private partnership model. And the Nigerian Air Force has warned that bandits operating in the forest in Zamfara State will not be treated with kid gloves anymore. This remark comes as a special operation to restore law and order begins following attacks on several communities. The Nigerian Air Force has assembled troops, aircraft and support equipment in Katsina. This is part of the 1,000-strong force proposed by President Muhammadu Buhari to flush out bandits lurking in the forest in neighboring Zamfara state. By this action, the Umaru Musa Yar'Adua International Airport becomes the base for the special air operation. And now to legal matters, the Court of Appeal in Abuja has set aside the judgment of the Federal High Court Abuja pronounced on April the 25th, 2018, which voided the election sequence provision of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2018. The controversial provision in the said bill sought to alter the sequence in which the presidential, governorship, the federal and state legislative houses elections will be conducted. The National Assembly had later expunged the provision from the bill following the judgment of the Federal High Court, but the National Assembly filed an appeal against the Federal Court's judgment, insisting that despite removing the controversial provision from the bill, it had the power to alter the sequence of the elections. Now, Sokoto State Governor Aminu Tambuwal has joined the defection train, and this time he has joined the People's Democratic Party. This is after the governor held an indoor meeting with stakeholders, which led to the perfection of his final arrangements to leave the APC. Tambuwal made the announcement amid hundreds of supporters who stormed the government house to declare their support for him. The announcement comes after weeks of speculation that the governor was planning to leave the ruling party. Tambuwal, a former Speaker of the House of Representatives, is third APC governor to exit the party after his Benue and Kwara state counterparts Samuel Oton and Abdul Fattah Ahmed joined the People's Democratic Party. And 23 out of the 24 members of the Kwara State House of Assembly have defected from the All Progressives Congress now to the People's Democratic Party a day after Senate President Bukola Saraki and Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed announced their own defection to the PDP. Only the member representing Ojomu Balogun State Constituency Offa refused to defect. The defection was expected after both Senate President Bukola Saraki and Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed announced their defection to the PDP. The 23 of the 24 members appended their signatures to the defection register, pledging their allegiance to the PDP. The Speaker of the Kwara State House of Assembly, Ali Ahmad, who led the defectors, accused the APC administration or government of throwing the rule of the law to the dogs. Well, that's the news update at the moment. Let's bring you a weather update. Thereafter, the program continues. Stay with us.
You're welcome again to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. And I've got with me Chef Jules, and together we're inventing. Okay, let's leave the inventors to do the inventing.
Okay, today we're baking the classic pineapple upside down cake without the neon red maraschino cheese. Cherries, rather.
If you check your screen right now, you'd see at the menu, the ingredients are there in case you missed something earlier, so you can quickly scribble it down, okay? Yep. All right, so we've been doing stuff.
Yes.
All the while.
We're making some noise here.
A lot of noise.
With the creaming of butter, sugar, and eggs. We're almost done with the creaming, actually. Okay. Just a few blitz.
Okay. So
and not yet. Okay, I think we are good.
Okay.
So what I have here is the flour, the baking soda, and I actually doused it with a bit of cinnamon because it has this lovely flavor, you know, to it, which also complements the pineapple. So we've already sieved this together with some salt.
Right.
So I'm just kind of mixing the cinnamon into the flour mixture.
All right. If you're allergic to pineapple, of course, you know this dish is not for you. But at the same time, there are other ways you can improvise.
Yes.
Perhaps if you try orange, it might work for you.
Oh, well.
And then you can tell us how it turned out, because that's what I want to know. Just show us exactly how it turned out with the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria at TVC Connect.
Yeah, if you're not using pineapples, you can use strawberries, you can use what Nigerian fruit, mangoes, any kind of fruits that is in season. What you just have to do is you can saute that in butter and sugar to caramelize it to form a base. Then you now do your cake batter and pour that into it. Okay. So it doesn't really have to be pineapples.
So what are we doing next?
So now we're done with this. We're going to just add in
what about this?
We'll add that.
Okay.
So I'll add my flavor. This is my vanilla flavor. Okay. You can use butterscotch. It also goes very well with this. So it's a little bit. Yeah. We're not mixing anymore. Sorry about the noise. Okay, so that's it. So we're now folding our flour.
This
I like
is
to
like
alternate.
a very simple recipe.
It is actually. They're all very simple. All my recipes are simple.
Not all your recipes.
So we just fold this in very low. We're not mixing. We're just folding.
Okay.
A bit of this, a bit of this.
What's the purpose of the folding?
So you don't overmix it. You don't want to work your gluten in your flour. So you add a bit of the buttermilk.
It's quite light.
Yeah. You can use just milk, but I like buttermilk. It has an acid. It gives your cake a very tender texture. That's it.
It's ready.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're gonna mix this a little more.
This looks exciting.
You see how brown
Yeah,
cinnamon.
so this is what you were trying to achieve.
Yeah, sorry, let me just clear this.
Yeah, let me help you with that.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
So we have this. Very light brown color. So we just fold a little bit. We don't want to lose out some of the flour.
Reminds me of the last time you baked. You did a lot of folding as well.
Yes.
Though that wasn't as complicated as this one. That one you had to be careful not to let the air bubbles out.
So it doesn't fall flat.
Oh, it's ready.
So you can add your pineapple juice. I don't want to waste that actually.
All right. So it's optional?
Yeah.
If you don't have it, it doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So you have a thick batter, but don't worry, once it bakes, it's fluffy and nice. So you can now scoop this into
the
our,
pan.
yes.
Okay. So how long is this going to bake for?
So like 20 minutes.
20
Depends on your oven, 20 minutes.
Okay. When you say depends on the oven, are you talking about the temperature or what exactly?
I don't want to go into technical details of the type of ovens we have. But for a regular convection oven, if it's a small size, you know, it depends on how the heat circulates around the oven space. So if it's a big oven, like 20 minutes, smaller oven can take a little longer.
Okay.
But you see, just spread this out nicely.
Wow. So pineapple upside down has to do with the fact that when it's baked and you turn it upside
down,
you have the pineapple on top of it.
Yes.
See how you're tricked and then you're told to pay the top, I was going to say dollar, top naira for something you could do at home.
Okay, so we scoop the rest out of the bowl into the pan, and that's it. So this goes straight into the oven now.
Wow. Easy peasy does it easy. Wow. Okay.
So that's it.
So at the end of the show, you'll be seeing the results of this hard work. No, it wasn't that hard. But don't worry, at the end of the show, you'll see exactly what it looks like. Yes. However, it's time for us to take a break. Music will be coming up, and then we'll get straight to TT and K Solo. All right? Stay with us at Wake Up Nigeria.
Welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. Now, K Solo is a Nigerian artist and producer. He's about to perform his brand new hit, Wish Me. Can't wait.
That's right. Yes.
wish me bad, oh, my baby. You wish me good, oh, my celebrate, oh. You wish me bad, oh, just be sick. You wish me good, oh, my celebrate, oh. I'm all up where I saw be sick, I'm all up where I'm all too late. You wish me good, oh, my jubilate, oh. And you take me short to song, be sick, I'm all up where I'm all too late. You wish me good, oh, my jubilate, oh. You've been thinking about your life, oh. You've been the reason we are listening to sing this song, oh. Tell them so. Oh, you know, my way. But the baby who come on my way. You know, now my way, now my way, now my way, now my way. You can never be away. Oh, you know, who come on my way. But the baby who come on my way. You should know, now my way, now my way, now my way, now my way. You can never be away. Oh, yeah, coating. Oh, yeah, better, I'm going to the coding up. I'm going to let my love do the coding up. Oh, I started sing my song. Single, I better I'm get we are through single. Cause my way no be your way, oh. If you wish me bad, oh, my baby. You wish me good, oh, my celebrate, oh. You wish me bad, oh, just be sick. You wish me good, oh, my celebrate, oh. I'm all up where I shall be sick. I'm all up where or I'm all too late. I just want to say, you wish me good, oh, my jubilate, that I get this house, see, where I got to do, I'm so. From Saudi to Yankee, where I got to do, I'm so. I think I'm going to have to run, I'm to. I want to destroy. Flexing all day, flexing all day. I'll be flexing all day. We'll be flexing all day, we'll be flexing all day. And we're partying all day. From January to December, we're flexing all day. Flexing all day. We're partying all day, we're partying all day. From Monday to Friday. If you wish me bad, oh, my baby. You wish me good, oh, my celebrate, oh. Me bad, oh, just you wish me good, oh, my celebrate, oh. I'm all up where I saw I'm all up where I'm all too late. You wish me good, oh, my jubilate, oh. And you take me short to song, I'm all up where I'm all too late. You wish me good, oh, my jubilate, oh.
Yes, yo. I love the way it ended. I love that part at
Thanks
the end.
so much.
I felt like doing this. Okay, I learned that from one of our interns like 3 minutes ago, so it's kind of new. Yes.
Yeah,
like this
that's faded already now.
But I know, but it just looked so cool when he did it. I think I'm getting old, maybe.
No,
I am there. But speaking of getting old, you've been around.
No, but don't say that.
You're not getting old, but we've been in this industry for a very long time.
It's been a while.
What, 15 years now?
Yes, professional 15 years.
Amazing, amazing. So, for those that don't know how you started, I would love it if you could share that story.
Okay, quickly. A lot of people started from the church. I started not from the church. I started from school. I had a good dad that believed in education, and he was able to enroll me in a very good school where I learned music.
Fantastic.
So I didn't just dabble into music. I learned the theory part of music.
So the mathematical part.
Yes, the theory part, where you need to score music, write music, and all that. So I was able to get through that, so that actually started the first background of K-Solo, I started from. So from there, I migrated to the church. From the church, I would I use the word backslide? No, I was able to, I moved to the club.
You didn't backslide, you advanced to the club.
Yeah, I moved to the club, you know, from the club again, then I went back to, I got an elevation to the studio. That was what I will give back to K Solo, you know.
So you've been producing your own songs for a long time.
Yes.
And you had that education. So I don't want to do a compare and contrast, but with some other artists that we've met, they just come in. There's already some soundtrack that's already been produced for them. So what's your process?
Okay. What's my process is just natural. It comes just natural like that.
So but you produce first, then write, or write, then produce? Most
times it comes from writing first. The writing brings the inspiration most times. But, because I always tell other people, like, when you say you make a beat before you're writing a song, it's all false. Because it's something that's actually developed from somewhere, because that now metamorphosed into what you're writing into. But basically, if you actually do your write-up before your songs, the write-ups actually inspire what you want to sing. You want to talk about a love song. Okay, how do you want to process that love song? Do you see a kind of dance love song or a solemn love song? So what you're writing about actually inspire the beat you're going to produce at the end of the day. Because if you listen to the beat before the song, then automatically the beat that's going to be inspiring.
You know what? I'm going to make sure we continue this conversation. In fact, the producer and I will fight on this one. We're going to come back to you,
of course,
my dear. Really, I can't wait to hear what you're working on right now. K Solo is not going anywhere, but we will be having a chat with him a little later on after this short break.
All right, okay, it's not a break. I don't know where TT wants to eat cake, so the cake is just doing her something like that. All right, so I've got John Obidi here in the house. It's great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
All right, okay, cool. We're looking at top 5 productive apps of 2018.
Yes.
2018. So now we know it's a mobile world we live in. Everybody, everything is on the phone.
Yes.
But then we need to still be productive at the same time, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go straight to it. By your countdown, let's go with number 1. What's the app?
So the first one there is called Good Mornings Alarm Clock.
Good Mornings Alarm Clock. Okay. The name already tells me what it should be doing.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go. What does it actually do?
Right.
How does it work?
It's a very special kind of alarm clock. It's not like the regular alarm clock that just wakes you up when you want to.
Okay.
It actually tracks your sleep phases.
I don't understand. Right. Now you're doing this is sounding very... How does it track it?
It tracks your sleep phases, and then it aims to wake you up around the time when you are most likely to be agile. You know, when your alarm clock goes off and you wake up, you're groggy and everything.
Yeah.
There's a particular sleep phase responsible for that. So it tracks you. Your phone has it's called a gyroscope.
Okay.
So it tracks your movements in the night and then tracks when you are out of that sleep phase and wakes you up when you're likely to be on your feet.
Wait. But this is going a bit out of, this is sounding something might be near, people who will say, this is, how does it do that? Okay, so that means that it is not at the exact same time every day. It doesn't ring at the exact same time.
No, it doesn't.
So it gets at the time where you'd have passed that sleep phase when you need that sleep. And wow,
for example, if you set it up to wake you up at 6 a.m., it looks for the time just before 6 a.m. when you're within that active phase and it wakes you up.
Ooh, I would love to have that. Okay, moving on from that. Up next.
Yes. So next we have Skype.
Okay, we know so much about that one. Why is it still a top app in 2018?
Yeah, so most people know Skype as regular video calls, audio calls, but it's mostly underutilized. Now, this is very good for especially those who have to travel out of the country. And we know that roaming charges are pretty expensive.
They are.
Right. But there is something called Skype credits.
Okay.
You can actually purchase Skype credits and use that to make calls to any mobile number in the world.
Is it cheaper than roaming?
A lot cheaper, 10 times cheaper than roaming. Yes.
Okay, but then I can make, now the problem at times with voice calls over the internet this way is that there's a little bit of lag or something.
Yes, the beautiful thing about it is that usually when you're outside the country and there's usually Wi-Fi hotspots everywhere.
Okay, true.
So you use that to call landlines anywhere. Landlines or GSM phones anywhere in Nigeria, anywhere in the world.
Cool. Apart from that, is there any other extra thing that people don't really know about Skype?
Well, there's also another thing. You can also purchase Skype numbers. Yes, and so you can have a number for your Skype, and when people call that number, it rings on your Skype device, wherever it is.
Wow, cool.
Yes.
Great one. All right, so moving on, we have Evernote. Now, this is one I'm really quite interested to know what it does and what it's about. So how does Evernote work?
Right, so I really love Evernote. It's like a regular note-taking app. I mean, all phones have note-taking apps. But what I love about Evernote is the cloud functionality. So your notes can be synchronized across all your devices.
Okay, now when you say cloud, is it Android-based or iOS?
Right, it's on Android, it's on iOS,
Okay.
it's on desktop.
It's on desktop.
Yes.
Okay, so the cloud covers all,
Yes.
across all platforms.
Yes.
Okay.
The beauty is that most of us now have multiple devices.
Okay.
Right, so you don't want to be searching for your notes, where did you keep it? If you use it on one device, it syncs on all your
across
devices.
all the devices.
Yes.
Irrespective of the OS.
Irrespective of the OS.
Oh, no, that's quite interesting. That's quite interesting. Irrespective of the OS, that's quite
Yes,
nice.
yes.
So, is there any functionality of the notes that is different from your average normal note?
Well, there's not much different, but you can also add voice, you can add video, you can add pictures.
Oh,
it's really rich.
Yeah, that's quite different from a normal
Yes.
note app that will come with your phone, pretty
Yes.
installed with your phone.
Yes.
All right, moving on, great one. Evernote. All right, so what do we have up next?
Next, we have Workflowy.
Workflowy. How does this work?
All right, so what Workflowy does is that it helps us automate certain tasks that we would ordinarily do manually. For example, you can set this app to upload the latest image you took as a selfie onto Instagram. Automatically. So you take a selfie, it knows what to do. It picks the latest one and puts it onto Instagram.
Okay. What if, now for instance,
Yes.
if you have a picture that you don't want to go out, and because you've pre-installed this app to do this particular thing, can you stop it?
Yes, you can stop it. The app is there. You can always stop the workflow, or you can restart a new workflow. There are different kinds of workflow. It's limitless.
Okay.
Yes.
So this just does the because we know I see some people some feeds that even when they're sleeping, you see some pictures still popping up.
Yes.
Stuff like this.
It can
that's
do
what
that
makes it
automatically.
happen.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Great one. The workflow. And then this one. This is quite big.
Yes.
Because actually, when I wanted to download this particular app, it told me that look, this is big. So I went to check out the size.
Yes.
It's called Peak Brain
Training.
Yes. Okay. So what does Peak Brain Training do?
This is a revolutionary app. There are others like it, but it's the one that I personally use. It has games that are specifically designed to train your brain.
Wow.
So it has different aspects of your mind that it trains, your focus, okay, so it's right here. There's your focus, your memory, your problem-solving skills, your language skills, your mental agility, your emotion, your memory, and then it scores you according to that. And it gives you more exercise to keep on getting better in these areas of your brain.
Wow, now this is quite cool. How does this all work? Is it, how do I put it now? Are there general questions that everybody can access, or is it tailored specifically to a person?
Well, there are mostly games, not really questions.
Okay, games.
Yes.
Okay.
So time even flies by and you're just going on, you're engaged, but it's measuring your mental fitness in all these areas while you're playing those games, and it's giving you scores.
All right, cool. I wish we had someone other to talk about, but then we have to help now. We don't have time. It's always great with John. I'm looking forward to this. I always look forward to having you all the time.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure.
That last one, download the Peak Brain Training. You know your brain is you somehow. You need it. All right, that's all we can take on Tech Segment. Thank you very much, John. We'll take a break now, and when we get back, Yomi and Titi will be talking with K Solo.
Welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. Now it's a pleasure to still have K Solo in the building.
Yes, more pleasure for me.
Are you serious?
Yes. You don't understand.
What? I don't understand what.
Waking up early morning to be here is a major one.
We're waking up the nation. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, it's good.
Speaking of waking up, the music industry, do you think it has some things it still needs to wake up on?
Plenty things, but like I always say, as much as we want to have have a structure, have a government to be part of us and do one or two things, I believe it is a Yoruba proverb that said, which means that we should fix ourselves internally before they can get, see that vibe and want to, do something with us. So for me, there's a lot to do. There's part of us we're supposed to put together, like for synthesize ourselves, a kind of sound we have, our music. As far as we see ourselves as the best in Africa, we are too relaxed. That's the truth. You understand? Only for few of us that is actually taking this job to the next level, and being recognized in the outside world. Between me and you, I always tell people that as much as our song is being recognized outside world, it's not because it's perfect. It's because it's a new sound they are not used to, and they want to borrow our sound. They want to be part of it. That's the reason why it looks like, okay, this sound we are cutting across. But when you talk about sound, the real sound people in Nigeria knows that our sound is still lacking behind. Few engineers in Nigeria, sound audio engineers, can give us the right sound and let the sound the way it should sound perfect. We just do this in less than 5 hours. We have a song. Yeah, and you say, and it hits the airwaves, and people like it on the street, and you say you have a hit, and you feel that's the best, is a good sound. It's not. You understand? So we should sensitize ourselves and then decide before we can ask the government to come look into it. You get what I'm saying?
But I have to ask now, you know, you've been around for quite a while. Is there anything you've ever done, maybe over the years, to try and bring people together?
Yes, there was a time before OJB died. We sat down together, we were trying to have an association where music producers can sit down, we can talk to ourselves, we can help our sound grow, you know, and it has nothing to do with the hip-hop alone, all genre of music. And we had Uncle Laolu Akins that produced the Ace, King Sunny Ade, Shina Peters as the president, we had OJB as the vice president, we had likes a lot of producers, you know. We had a meeting at that time, I think it was Governor Fashola that was the governor then. Okay. He gave us LTV, and he gave us Eko FM as like a base where we can use our meeting. Yeah. And the first meeting we had, I was shocked. I saw people from Port Harcourt, from Rivers, from Ogun State, you know. So you could understand that people have this enthusiasm that they want to be part of this thing, you know. But there's no major support. But at the point we pulled out because some other big names were very busy, like they say.
Okay, you mean they were forming busy?
Yes, they were very busy. They had no time. But I think now they will have more time. But now that they will have more time, I don't think...
Who are these big names? You know, you can't just say we have some big names. I'm thinking, were they big producers or big artists?
Big producer. It was a producer. I remember we called, the call was put through Don Jazzy from OJB. Okay. And he promised he was going to come in for 1 or 2 of the meetings we had. He never showed up. And, you know, these things are morals for young producers to be part of it, you know. And he never turned up, you know. In all that, I believe, you know, for the enlightenment he's had over the years and traveled far and wide, he should impact these people. And we also want to learn, you know. So it didn't come up one way, that's one thing led to the other, and, you know, and we actually dusted that.
All right, but do you think money was an issue? Because, you know, they do say once money comes into it, everything's scatters.
For that time, money was not the issue. We're just trying to build up. We were still on the ferry then. Okay. We're trying to build up. So I did not know the reason why he didn't turn up, you know. But the point is, I believe at the end of the day, if people say you've impacted them and it's just people that are close to you, people who don't know you should be impacted. Okay. Like me, I'm not putting this on the table. I don't produce one same artist. I work with every genre of artists. So you can find me in the gospel, you can find me in Islam, you can find me in hip-hop. That's where you find me, you know. So we impact what we have in our heads into people. And over time, I've read so many articles and found out that you need to impact people, you know. So, and since we are stakeholders, I think we should impact people. But for me, now...
I have to stop you right there.
You need to stop me.
Because I'm stopping you because I know we have a clip of something you did way back when.
Wow.
Let's see what the video is.
Wow.
My name now solo, even for Yankee, I'm under the players, I get too much swagger, make bottom throw it, but you should roll up your low waist. I say anyhow you want me, now your way. Make you tell me when do you want me with no delay. Cause I'm ready to give it to you, baby, with no delay. Now I'm the boss, I'm on no more ginger. Too much swagger, I'm on, we know they holla. I'm on no ending day. Want to better,
you can imagine.
Keep going.
I wish I knew I come you, I fell to me. Man, that song is old, though.
Man, I love this.
Where did this guy dig it out?
I don't know where we dug it out from. I wouldn't lie. It wasn't me. Big shout out to our producers for putting that there.
Archives, man.
But I can feel some kind of, should I use the word evergreen? Because that beat I heard just now sounds like something people will be...
2018.
Yeah, it sounds like something people will be dancing to right now, you know. But
I know. I don't know.
You mentioned genres
Yes,
earlier.
yeah.
This issue of genre, have you ever put yourself in a box for your own music, not for other people?
I've never put myself in a box. You know, one thing I tried to do is, at the time I started, it was hip-hop that was everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, when I started my music was called Tinko Tinko, was called the noise music.
Yeah.
And I remember when I discovered Timaya, it was not, many OAPs didn't want to play the song.
Yeah.
Particularly, there's a guy, his name is Olisa.
Okay.
He was with FM.
Okay.
Categorically, he told me, like, you see this sound, it can't fly on my radio.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
That's
And that
it.
was then,
You
when
understand?
people weren't really playing Nigerian
You
music.
understand? They didn't even want to listen to that kind of music. So, but
Wow.
that dancehall dance thing, I brought it into the industry, you know.
Wow.
And everybody's recreating and giving a new definition to it right now. So, basically, what I did was I made sure that every sound you do, like now, like I tell a lot of them, the industry is so cheap right now because right now social media is easy for you to get up on. You can record in your studio in 10 minutes and put it everywhere, and it's out. It's viral in 10 minutes. You say, but at that time there was no social media. It was a direct marketing.
Yeah.
We have to push screw to music, you know, and all that. But before you release a song, there was so much work we needed to put into it.
So I've been reading quite a lot about you, and I know that you've started some motivational activities. You've been speaking.
It makes a lot of sense to speak.
Yeah, but talk to us about that.
Okay, there's a part of me, I'm a very shy person, and when I started, you know, I am always afraid of a camera, you know. Along the line, camera became my friend. When I'm in front of a camera, I just want to talk.
Okay.
You understand? But in the course of talking, I found that there's some words that people want to talk about. We talk about along ourselves like friends like this. Behind the camera, we said a lot of stuff that probably we keep away from the camera or from the public. But I found out these things are what we need. People need to hear this word that's going to take them to the next level.
Which people specifically need to hear this?
Entertainers need to hear some words that will take them to the next level, like living a fake life, you understand? Like trying to please people, living for the gram. These things have a way of eating back at you someday, sometime.
But isn't that sort of specific to the young people?
Yeah, because you know a lot of them go through a lot of shady things to get to just paint that picture. Now a lot of people don't care about the content anymore. They care about the look. They care about selling that face to the world, and this is how you should be. You know, at the end of the day, when we see that glam, what we want to see next is the material, what you have to offer. But when you don't have those things to offer us, then you fall. So I will tell a lot of people that has a lot to do though, but you know, the major part of it they should bother about should be your material. For example, look at Asha.
Wow.
I'm so sorry to say. In the first time when I first saw Asha, I was like, she's ugly.
Oh my goodness.
I said so, you understand?
Okay.
But you know, when I listen to her material, I begin to see the definition of her look in her music. She can as well put on a big wig, lace wig and all that, you know, but
she doesn't need to.
You understand? She actually marries that kind of music. So, but you can imagine you're looking all fly. At the end of the day, the kind of music you're saying is just like this.
Wow.
It repels each other, you know? So these things work interwoven.
Okay.
You know,
I heard you were working on something with some young people.
yes, like I said, we wanted to do stuff for our producers and all that. Since it wasn't working, and I've been eat on every time. I was on a show with Nedu.
Wait, hold on a second. Let's keep talking about this as we go to the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, so what was it you were doing with Nedu?
Yeah, we had an interview and a lot of people were calling in and were asking me questions about the fact that I need to put impact a lot of young producers, Marga. You know, then I said, there's a lot of producers that have actually passed through my tutelage one way or the other, like likes of Mastercraft and the rest.
Okay.
You know, so I am trying to do something for the new ones too, and see,
ones?
where you can be in class and get a certificate, and you can actually be a bona fide artisan.
Wow. Yeah, Kesolo, you mentioned something. I think
like a producer.
Yeah, I saw it earlier. The Wizkid,
Duncan Mighty.
Duncan Mighty-ish. You know, I started out to that.
Yeah,
you started
that. But you know, it's the kind of industry we are like you guys are talking now. You've been in this. You've been into journalism for over a decade, and you see a new girl that is she's just a graduate from Bells and comes out and speaks phonet. Wow. and somebody will compare that lady to Mary. It's funny.
Wow. Okay, so, but what were your thoughts? Because a number of people, they misinterpreted what you said.
Okay, what I said is the fact that they forgot like Duncan Mighty doesn't exist. He's a king in Port Harcourt, you understand? But you need to understand the style of music that once your brand gets to a particular point, you don't switch because your brand is not in vogue at that moment.
Yeah.
You don't switch because a lot of people switched. So it makes them feel like they're relevant. But no, you keep your relevancy not by switching, keeping to what you are known for. Like I told a lot of people, like few months or before the end of the year, Asha's going to be back in Nigeria again for a show. she's locking down the show again, and it's going to be sold out. Please, for God's sake, does she do dancehall? And she's going to have a fan. So the mistake a lot of people making is that you want to win a Wizkid fan to yourself, a Davido fan to yourself. No. Keep to your fan base.
Exactly.
Yeah.
True. True.
You know, like when my album comes out.
So a lot of people like, who is Danko Mighty? Wizkid brought his career up. He did this. I'm like, please, can I hear a word? I beg.
Okay. So what we have here is we have
the pineapple upside down cake.
Yes. Oh no! Wait, hold on.
Oh,
it's going to slip.
I got it.
It slipped.
I got it. Let's lift
very
this.
hot.
We're trying to rescue the
very
cake.
Hot. Please don't touch.
Let's rescue the cake.
Don't touch the hot pan.
Rescue the cake.
Just be careful. Do not touch the hot pan.
Oh.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. This
no.
This upside down pineapple.
We had an upside down disaster. Wake up, Nigeria! Upside down disaster.
So
but this looks really nice here.
But some still went on the plate.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh well.
The pan.
I think you were listening to me.
The pan slipped.
She was looking at you. You were supposed to.
But it tastes amazing though.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Really good.
Life happens.
Wow.
Chef Jules, you're a great sport. Because another chef will probably be feeling a little sad about that.
Big thank you to Homely NG for the kitchen accessories.
Yes, indeed. And of course, a big shout out to Fola at Fola's Place for the hairstyling. K-Solo, you know we appreciate you. You know we love you.
Yeah.
All our guests today, Janet Adetu, John Obidi, and everyone else that's been on the show.
And don't forget Chef Jules, man.
Yes! All right, Cake Flair is amazing and it tastes great. We will be back.
This is whipped cream.
Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Let's try and rest.
The Friday edition of Wake Up Nigeria.
The rest
See
of
you
this
tomorrow.
Bye!